And Fortress just kind of compounds on that, just really able to take advantage of heroes that don't have that mobility. He adds mobility to those that don't, and it makes it even easier to chase onto those that don't as well.
Look at this though, gentlemen. Idris locked in here for Team Queso. Something that we've seen a little bit of from time to time, but definitely not a pick that is considered super top tier. So, as we head into this game, I'm going to leave you two to break this down and bring us all the action for all the keen viewers out there between Team Queso and HellDrivers.
Muchas gracias, dear ex-scoundrel. And, I mean, guys, let's give him a round of applause for coming in unmuted on that one. And for making the sign. This is a guy that's shown that he's willing to change, and he's willing to change for you. And that's pretty good stuff. But Bacon, we are into the game. Pretty fun compositions. A little Idris here. That's going to be great to see.
Yeah. Little Idris and PRZ, of course, a name that may recall if you watched the Evil 8 last season. PRZ was actually up in the top tier of Vainglory play. So this is a guy that knows what it takes, and now leading this Team Queso team with 2 contracts in the inventory to start the game.
Oh, my man. You know, why have 1 when you can have 2? I like the Protector contract. I've been trying to get teams to use this for a while. I actually think there's a way where you can get it on 2 players. So when you stack, you alternate them because they don't stack. It can be so hard to deal with. But yeah, they're going to use it. It just shows that, you know, this is a team that's willing to innovate as well. And it's already working for them.
Well, I think picking up the Idris shows that they're willing to try and innovate. Idris, a hero that we haven't seen much of, but can definitely make an impact in the right hands. I don't know if we've actually seen it pick up a win yet. I don't have the stats directly in front of me at the moment, but I'm pretty sure that Idris does not have a win in the Vainglory 8. I know he has at least a couple wins in challengers thus far, but it's not the greatest of win rates, not the most popular picks either.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, you know, you got to be that personal play style kind of guy, you know, to fit the Idris. Lone Delphi is a guy that's been playing it a lot. In the preseason invitational, he was wrecking house with it. And then, you know, this last weekend in the Vainglory 8 didn't work out so well. But, you know, it could be an overall compositional thing. I think it's definitely very strong. It's hard to deal with if he has a decent early game. Perdue tried to move forward. He actually got that mid-treant there. Nice.
Yep, and I really like the fact that the side of Team Queso is being very aggressive here. You know, all 3 members down in the jungle. They're not even, you know, really worrying about the lane farm at the moment because they know they're getting gold onto their carry regardless. So they're gonna rotate now back up. Dark Ghost on this Adagio. We'll still be able to pick up some of this lane farm. You can see on the CS numbers, he's not in super behind. He's still definitely behind, but it's not by like this massive margin that you might expect for someone who really hasn't been in the lane that much. Plus, he's been getting some passive gold out of the jungle, so he's actually doing pretty good in terms of overall gold gain. You look at the overall gold for the teams, and it's actually dead even, despite the fact that they haven't been farming the lane as consistently.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be, you know, a couple CS behind. He's slightly ahead in experience. We'll see how this is all going to play out here. This Team Queso moving as a group. They're going to go ahead and take the advantageous position. Has to retreat, though, as that flare comes out. Scout Trap goes down from Zozane. How do you say it? Zozane?
I think Zozane.
I like it. Zozane moves forward. Perez with the Githian wall is going to knock 3 back. They jump right back in, though. They want Dark Ghost. They found him. Achilles shots there. The basic attacks to follow. First blood. Team Queso drop 1. Another Githian wall, but that's another kill going the other way. Double kill here. Triple kill for HellDrivers. My goodness, that was pretty successful.
And we talked about the adaptations and changing. How about what HellDrivers just did? Adapting to the 3-man grouping that Team Queso was doing, and then pulling it off themselves, not only getting a triple kill on the Alpha, but the ace to boot. That's going to be a turret at
oh my
4 minutes.
Saw's probably watching this game and just like, oh my goodness, best game I've ever seen. This is how you play Vainglory, ladies and gentlemen. What is happening? Almost a 2k gold lead in 4 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, we were just talking about how it was a dead even gold lead, or gold differential, about a minute and a half ago or so, and all of a sudden, just one really smooth play from HellDrivers. They get themselves a triple kill, the ace, the turret, everything now seems to be going their way. Let's see if they can capitalize.
So, okay, like, one of the things when, Lance is very good at disabling people, right? But one of the things when you have, like, an alpha, he can close the gap constantly, and the Fortress, who can do the same thing and enable Ringo, especially with Ringo's Twirling Silver, to be very mobile. The Lance Githian walled them away, and they're right back on top of the target almost instantly because they move so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've seen it right here as well.
3-man Githian wall, and they're right back on top of the target. Perez is down. He doesn't even have a fountain yet. He's got the money now. Yeah, he's gonna buy that as he's dead. But HellDrivers, I mean, absolutely just taking advantage of their mobility right now.
Kind of living up to their name, just diving onto their opponents like a bat out of hell. That is exactly their game plan. I mean, they want to just get onto a target, take them out, and like you mentioned, with the Fortress, the movement speed increase, Alpha's ability to jump around fights, they're just, even when they get knocked away, they're just able to get right back onto their target so quickly.
Have we got to cast this team yet?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so, because I'm like, in the first 5 minutes of the game, I like these guys. And I feel like I would have remembered that.
I know we haven't cast them yet, because if we did, I totally would have remembered a name like Penguin of War, because that is a phenomenal name.
Penguin of War, dude, exactly. They play good, they name good, team names good, player names, oh my, okay. This team needs a sponsor.
Got the total package.
Yep, full package right here. Flare comes out, Zozane just doing a little scouting, not going to be caught off guard. He knows how to throw, and he is not looking to do it right now.
And the only question mark left for this team right now is, how is their late game? Because obviously we know the early game is good. They've been doing great things here thus far, picking up that decent gold payout because, hey, there's not much else on the fold for them to take at the moment. So without putting themselves at risk, why not grab a little bit of extra gold? But the late game is where we're going to have to see what they can do. The Idris is going to have a lot of damage. Going to be able to just blink around the fights. The Adagio, of course, going to be putting out quite a bit as well. But, if they keep this snowballing up, they may not even get to a late game.
A game is always going in a team's favor super hard when Bacon's sentence includes "why not." I've noticed that. It's kind of a trend. Like, no matter what the sentence is, if it includes a "why not," it's probably starting to get out of hand.
Oh, I mean, it's true. Like when you can just sit there and say, "Oh, why'd you do it? Why'd you do this? Why not?" You have the opinion. When that's kind of the mentality you can take is, why not do this?
Yeah. Why not? It's working out pretty good thus far. So we're 7.5 minutes in. HellDrivers essentially running out of room on this map to take resources. This is the best position you can be in. Right now, it feels like one of the greatest virtues they could have right now would be some patience.
I don't know. I actually don't know if I want to see them have patience or want to see them just double down and keep the pedal to the floor and just continuously force out, opportunities at picks. Obviously you don't want to go necessarily diving underneath turrets all the time, but
that's kind of what I'm talking about.
You want to keep the aggression up. You want to stay playing on your opponent's side of the fold just to keep them from being able to get gold and get themselves caught up.
Yeah. I guess, I was just kind of scared about, like, if, they come out swinging, right? They take a turret, they get 4 kills super fast, and then things die down. It would be, kind of heartbreaking to see them then just get so hungry for a kill that they dive the turret. Yeah, so, I mean, it's like, keep the pressure on, but do it in a safe fashion. Once again, let's point out the rotation of HellDrivers, as the jungler's getting that vision down, and then it's the carry and the jungler getting that.
I was gonna say, can we point out the vision from HellDrivers? There is a lot of scout traps getting put down now by Zozane.
It's like chicken pox on the map. Scout traps all over here. It's infected with scout traps. HellDrivers, this is their game. They're only 3k gold up. So, I mean, one of the things about, I guess, having the pressure and not being able to find kills They're gonna actually look to try and defend this. Follow up on that point in a second as the Githian wall stuns up Zozane. He uses the lockdown fast. He doesn't even use the fountain. He goes down. That's not what you're looking for. Ping and War standing his ground. They're on to Dark Ghost. They find one kill. Ring goes down. Amanojaku. He's looking to find a kill right here. Termination Protocol's gonna come out. Can he get on top of his target? He does, but it's only 349 damage. Idris and Prez trying to find the kill. Can they turn it? They're gonna need a stun, maybe some lockdown. Idris wants out of this one, especially with the chase is too good. He's out of there. Bacon. That is not what HellDrivers were looking for. Not the fight they were looking for at all. Perdun, can he find the kill? Nail over the wall. He's gonna be able to get out of here. He's actually gonna look to try and find a disable. Nah, too far away.
Yeah, definitely not what they were looking for. I mean, it was a really smart play, really great opportunistic play from the side of Team Queso. Spotting Zozane was getting a little bit low thanks to that Crystal Sentry. They did lose out on the Crystal Sentry, but taking advantage of the opportunity and blowing up that fortress, he wasn't able to react. Like I said, didn't even get the fountain off or anything. And as a result, they get a kill on the board, a couple of kills. They do give up one in return, but just getting any gold you can is going to be really nice. The one trouble for Team Queso in that situation, the thing that didn't really work out for them that well, is there isn't a whole lot of kills, like the kill streak bounties, built up on the side of HellDrivers, because they haven't really been going for these fights. So that sort of slingshot gold that can occur when you get those big shutdowns isn't going to be taking effect, and that's actually something really good for HellDrivers.
Yeah, it's definitely a positive point for them. Biggin, can you break down Ringo's item choices? Do you like it? Do you agree with it?
I was actually hoping to you were gonna ask about Fortress, but yeah, the Ringo picking up that poison shiv just to help to prevent the healing that can come out from Adagio. Not that bad of a choice. I personally would have preferred to see a little bit more just flat damage. I don't think the healing from Adagio is going to be that crucial of a thing that you need to apply those mortal wounds, but I'm more interested in Zozane going for what appears to be an aftershock after grabbing both the fountain and the crucible. It's going to add even more damage out of this fortress, and it can do devastating things. You know, the crystal fortress, get a little bit of utility and then just go into some damage. I mean, aftershock with a broken myth could be actually what he goes for as a captain, and it just becomes so overwhelming, the amount of damage you have to try and deal with when you have essentially 3 damage sources.
Well, 3 damage sources quickly converging onto Team Queso. Prez taking a lot of damage off the bat. He's going to be forced to self-fountain here. He throws it out. Oh, Prez, it wasn't fast enough. Amanojaku. I can't say it in the middle of a fight. I can't say this guy's name. He goes down as well. It's a 2-for-1. Penguin War drops. The HellDrivers have the advantage. Termination Protocol still available for this alpha.
And having that ultimate available is big. As long as that heroic perk doesn't go down, this alpha is still going to be in fighting shape. They tried to get onto Dark Ghost initially, but then realized, the rest of the team is a lot closer and more kind of in our faces. Dark Ghost, you'd have to wade through the damage coming out from Idris and the crowd control from Lance in order to get there. So they just quickly turned their attention onto the targets they had available, pick up 2 more kills. Again, it's going to be all about keeping control over this middle portion of the map.
Zozane just being a little bit of a punk right now. Getting some of that damage out. I mean, it's nice Fortress, he's gotten buffed the last few updates. The on-hit effects landing on his A, also the damage increase there. It's pretty significant, so I'm trying to keep my eye on that as we move forward right here. Oh my goodness, Dark Ghost, you are way too far forward. That's not where the Adagio wants to be. Attack of the Pack is out. They're trying to chase. Hellfire Brew's gonna come through. Adagio is down. They're gonna find a second as they find the Idris. He just cannot survive through this, and Perez late to the party will go down as the double kill for Penguin of War comes through. The ace, the turret, Bacon. It feels like the first 3 minutes of the game all over again.
Absolutely does. The late game is coming through in spades for HellDrivers. This was the one question mark I had about them, and they are answering it with an exclamation. Have gotten now all of the lane turrets destroyed after that ace. They pick up the sentry on their way how they can rotate over. Maybe look for this gold miner as we approach the 15-minute mark where Kraken's going to spawn and take that gold miner out. But you know what they'd say, you know, that's a little bit risky. We don't want to have any extra damage coming on to us if a potential fight breaks out. They just recall, and we'll pick up a few more items on this fortress. Looks like he's getting some extra health and a little more durability. And we'll see where they decide to go from this. A good amount of gold, enough for infusion for both the Alpha and the Ringo. But now they're going to try for this crit gold miner, but they don't have the time to do it.
Yeah, we thought about it for a second. Hey, everyone would have had to been absolutely perfectly collapsed on top of that. Things are getting pretty dangerous here. 15 minutes in, significant advantage going the way of HellDrivers. Recalls come through for Team Queso as they regroup. Look to go ahead and finish whatever items they want before this, you know, game-defining team fight happens. Kraken's starting to be captured up by HellDrivers. It's happening very fast. It looks like it's going to be finished clearly before Team Queso get here. Maybe that's gonna be on the edge. Wow, let's slow down the damage. Alpha's able to claim it. Kraken is captured as the fight happens. Zozane's on the front line, living through it, forces out his bound, but they turn it on Idris so quickly. Absolute just destroyed here. Dark Ghost is trying to get the damage out. Termination Protocol is going to come through. Dajo's already down. Perez left for dead. Oh my goodness, that's another ace. That's Kraken, and you know, basically game.
Yeah, there may be one more little skirmish before the game actually ends because the death counters aren't terribly long at this point, but this should be the game getting finished by HellDrivers. Very strong showing here. In the first time we've gotten to see them on stream with Team Queso, you know, the Idris pick just didn't really work out for them, but a lot of that was just HellDrivers able to play so aggressively and so strong in the early game.
Yeah, it's also, I mean, I personally don't like the Idris build. He went breaking point and then he was going into Tyrant's Monaco. I like the Sorrow Blade into the breaking point personally.
Oh, it's very similar to that.
And then
I was just gonna say it's very similar to the Kroll discussion we had, where you know you have the breaking point, sure, but you're not getting any stacks.